Hello viewers, welcome to my channel FN Learning. Today I am going to explain intermediate second year English first lesson, Dancing in the Rain. Dancing in the Rain is written by Azim H. Premji. Dancing in the Rain is written by Azim H. Premji. Azim H. Premji is the chairman of Wipro Limited. He was born in 1945. Azim Premji is an Indian businessman and philanthropist. He devotes a lot of resources to improve the educational system. So he is the educationalist, and Azim Premji uh, f- uh, developed educational system. The Azim Premji Foundation and the Azim Premji University work towards that goal. Premji's speeches and articles on education and motivation are insightful and inspirational to us. So, he is the chairman of Wipro Limited. Azim Premji uh, wrote the lesson Dancing in the Rain. He, let us begin the lesson. So the text is one often hears of high prevalence of child labor in our country. So of the many reports I have read perhaps the most disturbing was a report on the condition of children employed by Zari factories in Delhi, Mumbai, in other parts of India. It grieves me to imagine children exposed to such inhumanity. So here Azim Premji describing his opinion about child labor. So in our country, most of the children are working in the factories. So working in the factories. So here in Delhi and Mumbai, there are many children work in the factories, and many children in the villages they work in the fields. So it is so sad that children work uh, in the factories and children work in the fields. So not only parents are burdening on the children, so they are working in the factories and they are working in the farms, they are working in the fields, and as well as they are they are so burdening because of to going to school. They have a lot of burden. Okay, uh, it is giving Azim Premji so sad. Okay. So next para, robbing children of their childhood is a criminal act, and our society must weed this malaise out from the root. But where does the root lie? Before you attempt an answer, let me give you an anecdote from the other end of the spectrum. Spectrum. So here, children, మనము second para is explained about that parents are robbing the childhood of the children by giving burden and by giving force to work as a labor. So it is a criminal act that parents do not give burden to study, and parents do not give to not give burden to work in the factories and to do work as a labor. Okay. A colleague, a colleague in Wipro has a child studying in Standard 9 of a reputed school in Bangalore. So, one of the colleague in Wipro of Azim Premji. So, this lesson is by Azim Premji. Azim Premji is explaining that how the children are burdening. So, one of his colleague in the Bangalore. So he has a child studying in ninth standard in reputed school. So this child wakes up at 5 a.m. and studies for an hour before going to school. So the child wakes up at 5 p.m. and she has to study 1 hour before going to school. She returns from school at 4 p.m. and rushes for her IIT entrance exam coaching class. So after going before going to school, the child has to study 1 hour, and after returning from school, she has to go coaching for IIT entrance exam. At 6 p.m., she has tuitions for 2 hours. So 6 to 8, she has tuitions for 2 hours. So post dinner, she spends an hour more on homework. So 6 to 8, she has tuition, and after that 1 hour she has spent 1 hour for her homework. I asked her when she gets time to play. Here I refers to Azim Premji. Azim Premji is asking the child that when does she get time to play. She replied that she does not play. She gets half an hour of free time each day. So she gets only half an hour in a day. So daily she gets only half an hour, which she spends watching her favorite serial on television. She also added that board exams and entrance exams are very important and that you only get one chance. So, when board exams and entrance exams will be there, she won't get any free time. She has to study only. So whole day she didn't get time at the time of exams, entrance exams and board exams. So in India, some children are burdening to work in the fields, to work in the factories, and some children are burdening to study whole day. So morning 5 p.m. to night 10 p.m. Morning 5 a.m. to night 10 p.m. The child has to work continuously. The child didn't get any time. So is this is the third para. So next fourth para is the condition of this child different from that of the child in the Zari factory. So Zari factory law, in children who work in Zari factory, they work 9 to 5. So 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So they are also getting burden, and the child who is going to school, she has also a burden on her. So next fifth para, when I look at children, I wonder whether they have time to play with friends, to meet interesting people, to explore the world, and to follow their curiosity. So when Azim Premji looking at the children, he is wondering that when when children have to play, when they have to time to meet their relatives, so when they explore their creativity, so when children will get the time to explore their knowledge. Next, when the first monsoon showers begin, I would think that the streets would be full of children rushing headlong into the rain, dancing and playing. So, however, I think today the rain falls on empty streets. So, in previous days, children play when rain falls. So, when it rains, many of children play in the streets. But nowadays, children are not getting time to play in the rain. So, all streets are empty when rain falls. So sixth para is this my friends is the new Indian reality in our villages, in our slums, and in our metropolitan high rises. Whatever the reasons, poverty, societal aspirations, and apathetic individuals and organizations or just the burden of circumstances, the reality is that our children are straitjacketed. So, when the first monsoon showers begin, I would think that the streets would be full of children. So, nowadays, children are not getting to play, not getting time to play. So, yeah. So, due to in our country, due to the poverty, many of the parents are giving burden to the children, that children have to work in the factories, children have to work in the fields, and for social reputation, many of the parents are giving burden on children to get high score in the exams. So the final indicator of a country's independence is the way its children live. So final how when will we get independence means when uh, children will get the time to explore their creativity, and children will get the time to play, children get freedom, then only our country's independence is the way its children live. So are children free from the malaise of poverty and hunger? Are they free from the burden of parental aspiration? Are they free from norms of social conditioning? Are we ensuring the curiosity of our children continues to burn and is not stamped out? So, are they free to explore the world, to realize their unique potential, and thereby help discover the true potential of the society itself? So, final indicator of country's independence is the way its children live. So, children childrens are not free from their problems. They are hunger. Poor children are hunger due to poverty. so that they have to work in the factories and fields. So, are they free from the burden of parental aspiration? So, some parents hope that their children will get success and their children will get high score in the studies. So, and societal condition means so parents want the status in the society. And are we ensuring the curiosity of our children continues to burn and is not stamped out? So, children are not showing their creativity and they are not exploring their creativity. So, they have to show their creativity when they are free to explore their creativity. So, in 8th para, Gandhiji Gandhiji said that the greatest lessons in life are learned from children, not from learned men. So, Gandhiji said that the greatest lessons in life are so parents and adults are learn from adults and parents should learn from children, not from learned men. A child A child will fearlessly try before giving up. As adults fearing failure, we give up even before we try. So, children not fear for failure as well as adults fear for failure. So, we give up. Adults give up even before we try. But children try and try uh, they try and try, they will get success. A child is inherently curious about the world, about relationship, about wanting to understand how things works how things work. As adults, our blinkered and conditioned self prevents us from truly exploring without prejudice. For a child, what she does is meaningful in its own right. As an adult, we usually link every action to an external reward of money or recognition. So, parents work for money other and recognition in the society, but children work for their curiosity and they show their creativity and they explore their knowledge in the world. I did not learn how to be a father from manuals. Whatever little I learned about being a parent, I learned by observing my children and letting them teach me. Similarly, I think art teachers could grow enormously by learning from their students. So nowadays, children are very fast and they are not fearing, they are not afraid of things. So, as well as adults are getting fear. So, we have adults are learning from children. So, similarly, here is there teachers could grow and teachers should learn from students. We will then we will then refrain from pushing our knowledge down their young minds. So, we will then refrain. So, we should not stop their knowledge. So, we have to encourage them and begin the democratic process of being joint learners as we discover and understand our world. I believe I believe a powerful force for empowerment is to have motivated teachers who are learners first. So teachers are learners first. Next, they are teachers. So first teachers learn and they teach. So teachers are learners first and teachers second. Only then will we stop trying to mold children into our adult likeness. So we should follow them. We should follow the children. So first we have to learn from children. Then we can teach them. So we have to understand the children and we have to motivate them afterwards. Only then we let them blossom. So then only we can blossom. They we can explore their knowledge. If india has if India has to develop economically, socially, intellectually and culturally, we must empower those most vulnerable to social diktat, our children. Let us resolve to give our children the freedom of childhood. Let us change our schools from being textbook prisons to, to laboratories of exploration. So, first, we have to change the schools from textbooks knowledge, not only textbook knowledge, we have to give them practical knowledge also, laboratories of exploration. Let us change homes from being tuition centers to playgrounds of art and sports. Art and sport. So, not only schools but also homes should be changed from tuitions to playgrounds. So, homes will be changed uh, homes will be changed from tuitions from playgrounds. It means parents should give freedom children to play at home, not to force to study. Then only India will be radiant when our children are free to dance in the rain. So when children will happy, they can dance in the rain. Means children will happy when they are free from burden. So it is the speech by Azim Premji.